Right now at 6, Tony Evers reveals his political plans, how his decision could reshape the landscape for the 2026 election.
And how Aquinas students are providing nourishment to local families.
Watching WKDT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. The question on everyone's mind for at least a few weeks, will Governor Tony Evers run for re-election?
Today he finally breaks the news. News 8 Now's Grace Monk is live in the newsroom with his answer. Grace.
Evers says he won't seek a third term, creating the first open race for governor in 16 years. Evers making a long-awaited announcement on Thursday.
I will not be running for a third term.
The Democratic governor was first elected in 2018. Evers says he's confident he'd win again, but wants to prioritize his family.
For 5 decades, my family has sacrificed to give me the gift of service.
Republican candidate Bill Berrien thinks the state would benefit from new leadership.
It's been 6 years of failed policies that in so many ways represent some gears in reverse.
But La Crosse County's Democratic chair believes Evers' legacy will set Democrats up for another win.
Wisconsinites are going to look at that and say, hey, Democrats are the people that are actually delivering results. They're actually the people who are delivering what Wisconsinites need.
Evers' exit makes the 2026 election the first open race in 16 years. Garcia says the Democratic nominee will likely be someone that resembles Evers.
We are blessed with a very deep bench. One of the great legacies of Tony Evers is that he brought a lot of people with him.
Meanwhile, Berrien says he hasn't put thought into who the Democratic nominee could be.
You know, when you're teaching your kids to race, do a running race, you say to them, focus on your race, don't focus on the others.
Some of the top contenders to replace Evers include Attorney General Josh Kaul and Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez. Reporting in the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Grace. It is sentencing day for the man involved in a Toma drunk driving accident. Shane Slater will spend 20 years in jail, followed by 10 years extended supervision. In September, he was involved in a 2-vehicle crash on I-90, and the victim was pronounced dead at the scene. This is Slater's 4th OWI conviction.
The father of a Madison school shooter is bound over for trial. Jeffrey Repnow is charged with selling weapons to a minor. Prosecutors argue he gave his daughter Natalie easy access to guns, despite knowing about her mental health issues. Natalie Repnow killed 2 people and injured 6 others at Abundant Life Christian School last December before dying of suicide.
The UW-Eau Claire professor who overturned a college Republicans table earlier this year is suspended 1 year without pay. Court records show Jose Felipe Alvergue pleaded no contest to a disorderly conduct citation and paying a $295 fine. Alvergue must also complete anger management and civil discourse training as a condition for his potential return to the university. Today, UW-Eau Claire shared a letter that he wrote apologizing to students.
A woman is dead after being struck by 2 vehicles on Highway 61 this morning. It happened around 4:40 a.m. near County Road 7. Minnesota State Patrol says the woman crashed her car into a ditch, got out, and walked across the highway when she was hit by a vehicle, then struck again by another. Southbound lanes were closed for several hours. And a News 8 Now follow-up, one person is dead after an SUV hit a cyclist in Vernon County Wednesday. According to the sheriff, a 72-year-old David Fargo was riding on the shoulder of Highway 35 when he veered into the path of a GMC Yukon. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities are still investigating.
And flags are at half-staff today to honor a fallen hero. Van Dyne Fire Department firefighter Amy Sue Lee passed away earlier this month from injuries in the line of duty. Lee served the Van Dyne Fire Department for 14 years. Services are held today in her honor. Powerful storms caused damage across northeast Wisconsin yesterday.
In the town of Gillett, strong winds ripped the roof off a heavy equipment repair company's building. The owner says no one was inside the building at the time.
Thousands of nearby residents were left without power, and at least 2 tornadoes have been confirmed in the region. And as I was settling into bed last night around midnight, it was loud and the lightning strikes were insane around here.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of that storm, actually, the complex fell apart rain-wise, but we had quite a bit of lightning show that went on too, and that stuff they mentioned in Northeast, that was the stuff we were watching out for the evening, but that pushed east towards Green Bay. we didn't get much other than a gust front, which helped to keep our temperatures come back down. Today, humidity's still there. Temperatures are not as bad given that we've had a lot of cloud cover and some showers going on. That's a big story. There's your high temperatures, just a little bit degree above or below or average, or in La Crosse's case, right on average too. So that's the good news. We didn't have as the sun in those 90s for most of the area. Dew point wise, we're still right on the edge. You see those 70s, and then further north we have 50s and 60s. We're going to get a little bit of a taste of the 60s, so it is going to come down a bit, but not too much. Overall, right now, just a few areas of showers. You kind of zoom in, just a line there just north of Black River Falls. Very light precipitation with this if you happen to get hit. Otherwise, most of the other stuff is east of Toma. So we're not going to really deal with too much overall this evening, especially for Eau Claire and La Crosse. Should not see any of that activity really. Getting back down to 72, you see the heat index and apparent temps are the same as we go throughout the evening hour. Overall, as we look at La Crosse, cloud cover will give way to just partly cloudy skies really overall. 75, still muggy, but the dew point's going to start coming down a little bit, and that break's going to last not long, maybe about 24, 36 hours. So we'll time that out, show you what it looks like for the rest of the weekend, and that bigger change that we might have in store for temps coming a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. An Aquinas High School Service Club is getting their hands dirty at a community garden.
News 8 Now's JDS McGee has this story.
Right here at the Kane Street Community Garden, Aquinas High School students rolled back their sleeves to give back to the community, helping harvest fresh produce for people in need.
I'm very excited to be working at the gardens today. I like hanging out with friends, and I like just doing things for the community and especially helping other people.
Students with Aquinas Impact Program spent the afternoon planting, weeding, and gathering vegetables. The food they harvest goes to local families as part of an effort that's already delivered more than 31,000 meals throughout La Crosse.
It's great to be of service to the community, and it's so much fun to do with everybody else at Aquinas. It helps you get to know people at school and within the community as well.
With a lot of upperclassmen set to graduate next year, younger Aquinas students are being encouraged to step up and try out volunteering.
I would say do it. Like, it's not a chore or anything. You're honestly helping people out in the world and just in your own community, and it's actually really good work that you're doing.
For these students, it's more than just gardening. They are planting seeds of service that will last far beyond the summer. Reporting in La Crosse, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
And the students will be out volunteering again later this summer.
Still ahead tonight, the man accused of attempting to assassinate President Trump in Florida is making a surprise move as his trial approaches.
And a surprise for a local family that they won't forget anytime soon.
At Maury's, we believe in being more than an auto dealership. We believe in celebrating change when life happens and new adventures begin, in affecting it for good in our communities where we're called to serve, because change can be good. And as your life changes, we'll be there for you, whether you're buying, servicing, or selling. And right now, Maury's is buying cars daily. Bring your vehicle with the title and we'll issue you a check within 30 minutes. Maury's, more than an auto dealership. Let's move forward together.
Up to 58% off list at the huge anniversary sale at Slumberland. Big deals, lots of big deals, like these stylish sofas for just $5.99. These Lazy Boy reclining sofas just $9.99. These Ashley Furniture bed options just $3.49. Don't miss the Sealy mattress for just $3.99. Plus, totally free doorstep shipping and our 365-night sleep guarantee. Up to 58% off. The huge anniversary sale at Slumberland. Big deals.
Hey, Nick. What's your usual?
Yeah, please.
How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. Air conditioning went out at the house, and I got some guys coming over to fix it.
Nothing that G&T can't take your mind off of, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can always depend on G&T to put my mind at ease.
Especially when I make them, eh?
Well, I'm talking about G&T heating and air conditioning. They have never let me down.
Call G&T. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
Maybe I should switch to G&T. We're really excited about our new hearing aids that came out. They're called Vitality. They have artificial intelligence, and people have really been hearing better in background noise with them. They're also a lot more clear.
And you can also control it with your phone. So if you want to get more technical, you can make your own adjustments on your phone.
Just set and forget, they will adapt on their own, or you do have the ability to customize it more for your personal preferences and environments as well.
So stop by the Better Hearing Center and find out more about the new Vitality.
A life-changing surprise for a local family today.
Local groups were teaming up to help them keep their home. News 8 Now Seth Padilla joins us with the latest. Seth.
Emily Kem, it really was a dream turned into a disaster when a family journey to renovating their new home was met with roadblock after roadblock. Joseph and Laura Cernick and their family had a surprise of a lifetime. What they thought was a final day of housing assistance application processes turned out to be a day of celebration. And what the family found out was a memory they won't forget.
Today we're awarding the Cernick family with 6 months of paid mortgage payments for them. They've recently fallen upon some hard times. They bought a new house and were of course very excited to do so, and shortly after moving in found out there were some pretty major issues going on with the house.
Busca Retirement Solutions and Gradient Gives Back Foundation are responsible for the unforgettable day. Visit their website for more information on the homeowner's assistance application. So overall, a really good ending. Live in the studio, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now.
It sure was. Thank you, Seth. The man accused of trying to assassinate President Trump in Florida is being allowed to represent himself at trial. The judge warned Ryan Ruth it's a bad idea as he faces life in prison. Earlier in the week, the federal public defenders assigned to the case asked to be removed, saying Ruth had repeatedly refused to meet with them. The judge denied that motion and instead appointed those attorneys as standby counsel. Ruth pleaded not guilty.
Pro wrestling icon Hulk Hogan has died at the age of 71. First responders were called to Hogan's home this morning. Clearwater police said the nature of the call was for a cardiac arrest. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Authorities have stated that a routine investigation will be carried out with no signs of foul play or suspicious circumstances reported.
Somebody that, you look up to when you're a kid, you emulate his moves, it's a sad day.
I was actually heading this way and I found out, I got a text, and it just shocked me because I grew up watching him.
Hogan was also a celebrity outside the wrestling world, appearing in numerous movies and TV shows, including a reality show about his life on VH1 called Hogan Knows Best. We will have more news ahead.
But first,
yeah, we definitely have a little bit less humidity going into Friday, but that's not going to last too long because we have showers coming Friday night, and then the heat and humidity comes back this weekend. I'll explain all that coming up on a First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Don't wait for better water. With Maxwell White Water Conditioning, you get water you will feel good about with every sip, every bath, every day. And easy financing to make it happen now. Call today and start enjoying better water tomorrow.
Starting now, celebrate quality and comfort with the Made in America sale at Wesco Home. Shop trusted American brands like Smith Brothers, La-Z-Boy, England, Best, Door County, and Superior Furniture, all at unbeatable prices. Right now, save on all in-stock pieces made with quality you can feel. Don't see the perfect item in stock? Save up to 30% on custom orders. Built to last, made to order, crafted with pride in the USA. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's the summer sales event. Great time to buy. Nice weekend, Hank?
Spectacular. Took the family camping, courtesy of Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. Morgan?
Baseball tournament. Mike Sports at the Homeland Field.
How about you two?
Mud bath.
Get 0 down, 0% financing plus 0 payments for 90 days on F-150 or lease F-150 for $499 a month with 0 down. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
To everyone who finds joy in a great meal, we can't wait to see you again at Culver's.
What makes us happy is making you happy.
We want every meal
to be filled with big bite moments.
Lick the spoon moments.
And even get your hands off my cheese curds moments.
They're just too good to share. From the juiciest bites to the sweetest scoops.
We're all about bringing people together
over delicious food.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Tired of hard water and harsh chlorine? Maxwell White Water Conditioning brings you the all-new dual media water softener. Say hello to softer skin, luxurious hair, and water that feels amazing. Call Maxwell White today, where better water starts here.
Now with that wind flow change aloft and some of the somewhat less humid air coming down from the northwest, we do have some smoke issues potentially for a lot of northern areas, and that's why the air quality thing is out really for unhealthy. And we're not going to be anything like we saw last time when it was dense and thick smoke, but still this quality could be down, especially for northern areas going in through Friday. Not much of anything going on right now. Most of it's to the north, but really tomorrow you'll start seeing some of the surface-based smoke work its way down towards maybe I-94, very light amounts further south. I think it'll be just hazy skies the best. This will actually then push eventually east of the area going into Saturday, but it does get a little thicker out there. So we'll have to keep an eye with this flow of the change coming around. But when we get to Saturday and Sunday, the winds kind of turn back around, and that shouldn't be much of an issue. And you can see big picture satellite here. All this whole front that kind of had thunderstorm complexes lined along it now has really pushed southeast of the area for the time being. And so that's the good news. Gives us a little bit of reprieve and a little bit drier air to come in for just a day, but things are going to change because this thing is going to come back north as it typically does swing back and forth throughout the summertime. A few showers here remaining. I don't think much of that will persist past sunset. Then tonight it's really going to be the fog or low cloud development that will happen probably after midnight. You'll start seeing a little bit of areas pick up, especially near waters, rivers, lakes, low-lying areas. You start seeing a little bit there south of La Crosse down towards the Mississippi River area, even Trempealeau up to Pepin County too. You can see a little bit of that activity. That's low clouds or fog depending on elevation. So that will persist through the morning hour right now. So if you have travel plans, especially in those areas, morning commute, just keep an eye. You might have some lower visibility. That will persist. Cloud cover too, probably till about 9 to 10. We'll start seeing that break up. Some more sun in the afternoon and still more clouds too, but overall it should be a fairly quiet day. Now we do have that front coming, getting closer, as I mentioned, probably going into Friday night and Saturday night. It'll bring now another chance for maybe some showers. Right now we have a little bit of shower activity that could spread across the area late Friday night. The best chance, I think, and these thunderstorm complexes still look to stay kind of south, but if you notice that they are getting fairly close to the area, so that could change. So Saturday morning has that opportunity to have some showers, especially further south you go. It won't last long and it'll be fairly light, but keep an eye on that for that round of activity. Once that passes, then we start warming up. For temperatures tomorrow, more clouds in the afternoon, but overall the humidity comes up, but the temperatures are fairly similar, pretty average, lower humidity. Now the humidity does move in the up direction as we go to Saturday as the boundary kind of lifts a little bit north. That means we have low to mid 80s now temperature-wise, but it's more humid. A lot of clouds in the morning. I think you'll see the more sun in the afternoon. And then Sunday, it does get kind of warm to even hot depending on location. Low 90s, we'll start seeing the dew points rise into the 70s, means heat indices could get into the mid 90s, maybe approaching 100. And Monday, I think, is the hottest day, given that I think the environment will be kind of capped and we'll have more sun than clouds. Low to mid 90s. Definitely heat indices could get near 100 before the front starts coming through. Now the heat risk Sunday could be in the major categories on both Sunday and Monday. As we go into next week, once we have some thunderstorms come through and a couple fronts, we're going to have a really fall-like type atmosphere, a lot of cool air coming down to the north. And this could be an extended period of fall-like, and we're talking about mid-September-like temperatures. As you see, all this cooler air up to the north is going to push south, and that's going to kind of entrench over the area as really the heat dome pushes to the west and the Pacific Northwest. And we might be stuck with this pattern for 4 or 5 days. So it could be a nice stretch of weather going. Once we get past Tuesday, that could extend through the following weekend too. But in the meantime, it is going to get warm and muggy once again this weekend. That shower thunderstorm chance late Friday into early Saturday. And we will have chances for storms at some point Monday night into Tuesday. We'll kind of fine tune that as we get closer, but that's the change coming through. So if you don't like the heat and humidity, just give 4 or 5 days. We're going to have a break. But unfortunately, we're going to have to suffer through like Sunday and Monday.
Okay, so some bad news, but some good news.
Some good news at the end.
All right. Yep. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, camp continues. The Vikings' new starting QB speaks on how year 2 has been different. Plus, Jordan Love is healthy once again for the green and gold. Hear why he always looks forward to the unofficial start of the season. Jacob is next.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
We're celebrating Home Furniture's 51st anniversary. Right now, get our best finance offer ever and pay no interest until 2030. Get this sectional for just $19 a month, or pay cash and get an extra 10% off, just $8.99. The 51st anniversary sale, now at Home Furniture.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Get the long-lasting power you need with Energizer. Menards has the largest in-stock selection of Energizer batteries to power all of your devices. Right now, get an 11% rebate on all stock Energizer batteries. Seal your paint projects with GE Painters Pro Quick Dry Sealant. It's perfect for windows, doors, trim, and baseboards and creates a durable, water-resistant seal. It's now just $297 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Feel the electricity this summer with a new Honda. Let a great deal take you further. Whether you choose an electric Honda or a hybrid. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 2.99% APR on a 2025 Accord Hybrid.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Sleep your best sleep on a Beautyrest Black mattress from Home Sleep Express. During the anniversary sale, pay no interest until 2030, plus get free white glove delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Sleep first class on a Beautyrest Black mattress from Home Sleep Express.
There's a lot happening in your world. Get a first look from Ken and Emily on News 8 Now at 5. Rough weather ahead? Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart tracks the storms, warns you first, and keeps you safe. Every weekday right here at 5 o'clock.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
After sustaining a knee injury in the first week of the season last year against the Eagles, many believe Jordan Love was never truly 100% for the rest of the season. But after a full offseason of recovery and rest, this year's performance should be a great time to see what Green Bay truly has in their QB1. The mobility and accuracy looked like the Jordan Love of the 2023 season when he threw for almost 4,200 yards and 32 touchdowns yesterday at practice. Obviously, the addition of Josh Jacobs and the emphasis on establishing the run game may take away from Love having some gaudy numbers, but he will be leaned upon in the clutch this upcoming season. Yesterday, he mentioned how special day one of camp truly is.
There's just a lot of energy and excitement, I feel like, for day one. So it's fun to go out there, kind of get those little nerves out, just get back to ball and, have that mindset where the goals we're focusing on to get better every day. But, you get the bike tradition going. It's just a lot of things that we miss out on in OTAs that aren't the same. So it's a lot of excitement for day one.
And a lot of excitement yesterday and even more today after the team unveiled their alternate jerseys for the upcoming season, and these are a real throwback. The Packers wore uniforms similar to these back in 1923, the year the team became publicly owned. The franchise did not announce when they'll debut, but it will be at a home game. Meanwhile, across state lines over in Minnesota, the Vikings feel as though they have a roster that can rack up a ton of victories like they did a season ago. A lot of key contributors are back for Kevin O'Connell's team, but one major change is under center with J.J. McCarthy, the second-year quarterback who replaces Sam Darnold. McCarthy says his familiarity with the playbook and guys around him is helping his progress in a major way.
It's a different situation being year two, knowing the offense a lot better than I did when I first came in here, and knowing the guys and how they move and, how they react to certain, coaching points and just little, things that go along with day-to-day, practice and meetings. And yeah, it's definitely a different feeling and a really good one.
See how he does this year, but also interested to see how these look on TV, and I think they're going to be, I like them. What do you guys think?
I like them too. It definitely reminds me of the movie Leatherheads. George Clooney coached a 1920s football team, and this is what they wore.
Yep, they matched the decade very well.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of these alternate jerseys during the Aaron Rodgers era. I love the classic green and gold, so it's hard for me to go away. The
time.
1950s greens that they did a couple years ago, that's my favorite alternate.
My favorite part about this is the helmets. They're like, I think the first ever hand-painted on helmets in the NFL, so that's a cool thing right there.
So they're not leather.
And it looks like leather, but it's not. So they
Just
did
a
a good
gimmick,
job, right?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
They do a good
it
job.
looks like it.
Yeah.
It's
Very
creative.
Fashion police, we approve for the most part.
Fashion
For the
police.
most part. Thanks,
Yep.
Jacob.
All right, more, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
We're a team you can trust and we're local. We see our members out in the public all the time. Want to be able to look them in the eye and know that we did right by them.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering, like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on this Silverado, plus $1,000 cash allowance. That's over $7,000 total value, plus $5,250 total cash allowance for current Chevy owners.
In 1969, Taco John's combined Western traditions with Mexican flavors and created West Mex. More than 50 years later, it still tastes like a good idea. A West Mex legend has returned. The Taco Burger is back at Taco John's.
News 8 Now wants to help you create memories with your family by watching movies on the big screen. Friday Flicks with Vicki Nichols of Sparta Cinema will tell you all about upcoming must-see blockbusters, plus exclusive deals at the theater. Watch this Friday at 5 a.m. on News 8 This Morning, presented by Sparta Cinema.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people, and being the team you can trust means being here for you.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
All right, a few showers remain for some areas this evening. Otherwise, quiet conditions. It'll be cooler, especially as you go further north, and less humid. Unfortunately, we do have a problem in the morning. It could be fog or low clouds. Give you an idea where the visibility could be the lowest. It's probably going to be rivers, low-lying areas, the typical areas that do see this, but something for your morning commute to keep in mind. We will be dealing with that. Otherwise, it's going to get warming and heating. We're going to get that Sunday and Monday temperatures back in the 90s. Storm chances, we got a little bit Friday night, Saturday, better shot Sunday into early Monday. And then, yes, the second half of next week, those are more like what you would expect for early to mid-September temperatures, and even cooler for some areas further north. They could be in the low to mid-70s.
Oh, boy.
Sounds great.
Football weather.
Exactly,
Very nice.
football weather.
All right, thanks for joining us tonight at 6.
And we'll see you back tonight at 10.